Eyes open to her. HFY Sci-Fi story. Third person, simple English. Approximately 800 words. Darkness, silence, pain. That was all he felt. His name was Jace Carter. A soldier from Earth. Last he remembered, he was on a transport ship in deep space. There was an explosion, fire, screams, and nothing. Now, something was different. His chest was heavy. His body hurt. But he was alive. His eyes opened slowly. Bright blue light filled the room. The walls were smooth, curved, and glowing with strange patterns. This was not any human ship. It felt alive. And then he saw her. A figure stood over him. Not human. Not fully. She was tall. Her skin a soft silver blue and glowing faintly. Her hair floated like it was underwater, shimmering with light. But it was her eyes that held him, large, violet, and filled with something between wonder and fear. Said nothing for a moment, just stared at him. Then she spoke, in perfect English. "You're awake." Jace blinked. "Where? Where am I?" She leaned closer. Her voice was soft, almost a whisper. "Safe, with me." He tried to sit up. Pain shot through his body. His arm was wrapped in some kind of glowing bandage. His chest had strange circular patches. The technology looked far beyond anything Earth had. "Who are you?" he asked, groaning. The alien girl hesitated. Then she said, "My name is Vela. I found you in the wreck. You were dying. You saved me?" She nodded. "Yes, and now you belong to me." Jace stared at her. "What?" Vela looked calm, but her eyes were serious. "In my culture, if you save a life, you claim it. You are mine now, life bonded." Jace's heart raced. "Wait, are you saying I'm your prisoner?" She frowned. "No, not prisoner, claimed, protected, chosen." Jace tried to understand. His head ached. The room felt like it was spinning. "I didn't agree to this." Vela stood and walked to a panel on the wall. With a simple wave, a screen appeared. It showed space stars slowly passing by. They were moving. "This is my ship now," she said. "We are far from your people, and far from mine." Jace struggled to get up again. "Why did you take me? You could have left me." She turned around. For the first time, her voice cracked slightly. "I saw something in you. Even when you were broken, I couldn't leave you. Now your life is tied to mine." Jace sat silently. He had so many questions. Was this some kind of trap? A game? Or was she truly alone too? A soft hum filled the room. Suddenly, he saw flashes, images. In his mind, a battlefield. Vela kneeling beside him, her hands glowing as she tried to heal him. Her tears. He gasped and looked at her. "What was that?" She looked away. "The bond is not just words. You see pieces of my memory now." Jace felt a strange warmth in his chest. It was confusing. He didn't trust her yet, but she had saved him. And this didn't feel like a prison. Just then, the ship's lights flickered. A voice spoke in an alien language. Vela's face turned serious. "They found us." "Who?" Jace asked quickly. She looked at him with fear in her eyes. "The ones who want you dead. And me captured." Jace's hand clenched. The side of the bed. So it wasn't just about bonding. This was bigger. Vela placed her hand on his shoulder. "Rest. You'll need your strength. I will protect you now." Jace met her eyes. For the first time, he believed her. But deep inside, he knew whatever was coming next, he couldn't just sit and rest. He had to learn, heal, prepare, because this alien girl who claimed him might also be the only reason he survives. Bonded by force? HFY Sci-Fi story. Third person, simple English. Approximately 850 words. Jace sat quietly on the bed. staring at the walls of the strange alien ship. His wounds were healing, faster than they should. He could feel strength returning to his arms, but the confusion in his mind stayed. Across the room, Vela stood near a glowing control panel. Her silver-blue skin shimmered softly under the light. She looked calm, but her hands trembled. "Who's chasing us?" Jace asked, his voice rough. She turned slowly. "My people, the Royal Guard. They believe I betrayed them." Jace blinked. "Royal? You're a princess?" Vela didn't answer for a moment. Then she nodded. "I ran from my duty, from a forced bonding. I saved you instead. Now they hunt us both." Jace stared at her. A princess? A runaway? And now he was tied. To her through some strange alien life bond? This bond, can it be undone? He asked. Vela looked hurt. "Do you want it undone?" "I don't even understand what it is." Jace said, standing up slowly. "I didn't choose this." She nodded slowly. "In my world, choices are not always given, but I gave you life, and I gave up mine to protect yours. That hit hard." He sighed. "I'm not ungrateful. I just woke up to an alien girl saying she owns me." "You can't expect me to smile." Vela stepped closer, her voice softer now. "You are not my prisoner, Jace. You are my bondmate. But that bond must grow with time, or break." Before he could ask more, the ship shook. Alarms blared in a low hum. The lights flashed red. "They've locked onto us," Vela said. Running to the console, .jac, he followed, ignoring the pain in his leg. "What can I do?" "Nothing. The ship only listens." "To me." Jace frowned. "Then let me help you fly it." Vela hesitated, then pressed a glowing rune on the panel. A second console opened beside hers. "Touch it," she said. Jace placed his hand on it. Nothing happened. She reached over, gently placing her hand over his. Suddenly, the panel lit up. Lines of alien symbols danced before him. Now the ship knows your voice, she said. It accepted you because I did. They worked together quickly. Vela gave short commands in her language, and Jace followed her lead. His military training kicked in. He may not know the tech, but battle instincts never fade. Behind them, a screen showed the approaching enemy ship, dark, sharp, like a beast. "In space, they want me alive," Vela said, "but not you." "Why not?" Jace asked. "Because I bonded with a human." "That's forbidden." Jace grinned, despite the danger. "Sounds like your people are a little behind." She gave him a small smile. "They believe humans are unpredictable, dangerous." "They're not wrong," Jace replied. Suddenly, the enemy ship fired. The blast shook their ship. Sparks flew from a wall. One of the engines went dark. "We can't outrun them," Jace said. "I know," Vela whispered. "So we'll outsmart them." She tapped a series of runes quickly. "There's a nearby asteroid field." "If we hide there?" "Too risky," Jace said. "But it's our only chance." They dived into the field. Rocks floated like giants, spinning slowly in the black void. One wrong move, and they'd be crushed. Jace took over steering. Vela adjusted the shields. Together, they dodged and weaved through the narrow paths of stone. The enemy ship followed, but slower. Jace smiled. "They're scared of crashing." "Good." Suddenly, the ship jolted. A blast scraped the rear. "Shields down." Vela shouted. Then, from the window, they saw something. A giant asteroid with a glowing cave in its side. "Go inside," Vela said. "You sure?" Jace asked. "No, but do it anyway." He spun the ship and dove into the glowing mouth of the rock. Inside was an ancient structure, an alien ruin. Floating in space, the ship landed with a hard thud. Silence followed. Jace looked at her. "They'll find us," Vela shook her head. Not in here. This place is sacred, hidden. Even my people fear it. Why? He asked. Because it belongs to something older than all of us. Jace looked around at the glowing alien walls, the strange symbols, and the soft hum that filled the cave. Then he looked at her. You're risking everything just to keep me alive. She nodded. Because the bond may be forced, Jace. But my choice to protect you is not. The Hunter's HFY Sci-Fi Story. Third person, simple English. Approximately 850 words. Silence inside the ancient asteroid temple felt thick like space itself had gone still. Jace looked around. The walls were carved with glowing symbols. They pulsed, slowly like a heartbeat. He could feel it. This place was alive in a way he didn't understand. Vela walked ahead of him, her steps light. She touched the stone gently, as if it might speak to her. What is this place? Jace asked. She turned. A forgotten temple, older than my people, built by the first ones. They say the bond began here? Jace frowned. You mean your bonding tradition? Vela nodded. This is where it started, where a human once saved one of us. Long ago, before war, before laws. Jace blinked. Wait, humans were here before? No records remain. Only stories. My people erased the truth because it scared them. Why? Because the first one and the human fell in love. Jace felt his chest tighten. Before he could respond, the air shifted. A low hum filled the chamber. Lights turned orange. Warning. Vela's eyes narrowed. They're here. Outside, the enemy ship hovered above the asteroid. Inside the temple, old systems woke up. Defense towers slid from the walls. But they didn't attack. They don't see us, Vela said. This temple hides us. Jace exhaled. That won't last. Suddenly, a new voice echoed in the chamber. Not mechanical. Not alien. Surrender the traitor, and the human dies quickly. The voice came from everywhere and nowhere. Jace froze. Vela looked furious. It's Commander Dreth, she whispered. My former guard. He was promised my hand. Jace's jaw clenched. So he's here for you, and he wants me dead. Yes, he believes you corrupted me. Jace gave a dry laugh. Well, did I? She looked at him seriously. No, you saved me from a life I didn't want. Outside, the hunters landed. Dreth and his soldiers stepped into the temple entrance. Their armor was black and sharp, glowing red in places. They looked like shadows given shape. Jace stepped forward, standing between them and Vela. Dreth laughed. So this is your human. Weak, soft. Jace smirked. You talk a lot for a man hiding behind 12 guards. Dreth raised a weapon. Move, Earthborn. No, Jace said. Vela stepped beside him. Her voice was clear and strong. I claimed him? If you want him, you must fight me. Dreth's face darkened. You are royalty. You don't lower yourself to protect dirt. I am not royalty anymore, she said. I am bonded. The hunters stepped closer. Suddenly the temple reacted. The walls shook. Symbols burned gold. A beam of light shot between Jace and Vela, connecting them. Energy crackled around their hands. What's happening? Jace shouted. The temple. It recognizes us. Vela gasped. A voice echoed not from her ship, not from the guards, but from the stone itself. True bond detected. Defense activated. The hunters raised their weapons, but it was too late. Blue light burst from the walls, knocking the soldiers off their feet. Their weapons turned to dust. Only Dreth remained standing. He snarled. This isn't over. He rushed toward them, but Jace stepped forward, ready. The moment Dreth swung, Jace ducked. Training took over. He punched hard, right into Dreth's jaw. The commander fell back, stunned. "You're strong," Dreth growled. "But not enough." Jace raised his fists. "Then I'll die standing." Vela stepped beside him, her hands glowing. "No, not today." Together, they unleashed a wave of light from the temple's core. It wrapped around Dreth and pushed him back, out of the temple. His ship retreated. Silence returned. Jace dropped to one knee, breathing hard. Vela touched his shoulder. "You fought for me." He looked up. "So did you?" The golden light faded. The beam between them disappeared, but something inside had changed. Vela helped him stand. "We can't stay here. More will come." "Where will we go?" She smiled. "Anywhere, as long as you're with me." Jace nodded. He didn't understand everything yet. The bond, the history, the temple. But he knew this much. He wasn't alone anymore, and neither was she. Her life in his hands. HFY Sci-Fi story. Third person. Simple English. Approximately 850 words. The ship was silent. Jace sat in the pilot's seat, gripping the controls. Vela lay in the medical pod behind him still, her eyes closed, her breathing shallow. She had protected him. She used the temple's power to save him. But the energy had drained her. Too much. Too fast. Now. She was fading. "Come on, Vela," Jace whispered. "Stay with me." He checked the readings again. Her heart was beating, but weak. Her body needed something the medical system didn't have. "Alien DNA, nanotech systems failing," he read aloud. "I don't even know what half of this means." He slammed his fist on the console. Then he took a deep breath. "You saved me. Now it's my turn." Jace pulled up the ship's map. There was only one nearby system with life signs, a small moon with a repair station. Not human. Not her kind. Neutral, risky, but no other choice. He set the course and pushed the engines. The ship shook, damaged, but still flying. As they entered orbit, a signal came through. "State your identity or be destroyed." Jace responded quickly. "Human traveler. Emergency medical request. My bondmate is dying." Silence. Then a reply. "Permission granted. 1 hour. Then leave." He landed the ship roughly. It was a dusty, metallic moon base. Old, rusty, but still running. He carried Vela in his arms, her skin colder than before. He ran through dark corridors, past strange eyes watching from the shadows. Inside the medical chamber, a robotic healer scanned her. Royal Zarnic blood detected. It sighed. "Complicated biology. Treatment unstable." Jace frowned. "Then make it stable. Try something. Anything." The robot looked at him. "A bond exists between you, human and Zarnic." "Yes," Jace said. "She saved my life. Then you may save hers if you accept the cost." "What cost?" he asked, unsure. "A neural merge. You take some of her damage into your body. You split the pain. She lives, but so do you with part of her." Jace didn't hesitate. "Do it." The machine began its work. Pain exploded in Jace's mind, like fire running through his veins. Images flashed Vela's memories, her childhood, her training, her fear of Dreth, her loneliness, her hope. Tears ran down his cheeks. He felt her pain, but also her heart. He saw how she looked at him the first time she touched him in the wreck, how her hand shook when she saved his life. She didn't just choose him. She needed him. And now he was part of her. Truly, the machine pulled back. The pain stopped. Jace collapsed beside her. For a moment, nothing happened. Then, her fingers moved. Her eyes opened slowly. "Jace?" she whispered. He smiled weakly. "You came back." She reached up and touched his face. "You're hurt." "We're both hurt," he said softly. "But we're still here." Tears formed in her glowing eyes. "You risked your life again. You risked yours first." She sat up slowly. The bond between them felt stronger now. Deeper. Not just magical, but real. Jace helped her stand. "We have to go. This place won't keep us long." They walked back to the ship together, side by side. Something had changed between them. Before, they were strangers tied by fate. Now, they were more. Back in the ship, Jace checked the systems. Still weak, but flying. Vela leaned against the wall, watching him. "You could have let me die," she said. "I couldn't," he replied. "Even if it meant carrying my pain inside you." He turned to her. "I don't want to carry it. I want to share it." She stepped closer. Their hands touched. "For the first time," she whispered, "this bond feels like a gift." Jace smiled. "It always was. I just didn't see it before." The stars stretched before them. Ahead lay danger. Maybe death. But together, they had a chance. A Love Neither World Accepts. HFY Sci-Fi Story. Third person. Simple English. 850 words. The ship flew through silent space. Jace and Vela sat side by side in the cockpit. No alarms. No enemies. Just stars and silence. But inside, both of them felt the storm. They had crossed a line, one that neither humans nor Zarniks would accept. Their bond was real now. Not just a tradition or accident. It was a choice, and the galaxy wasn't ready for it. "We're entering neutral space," Jace said. "No patrols, no laws, just smugglers and runaways." Vela looked at the screen. "Good. That means no one will care what we are." Jace glanced at her. "Do you care what we are?" She turned to him, serious. "I care that you're alive. I care that I'm not alone anymore. I don't care what anyone calls it." He smiled, but peace didn't last long. A warning flashed on the screen. "Bounty alert. Priority level royal defector and human contact." Jace read the message. "There's a bounty on both of us." Vela's eyes narrowed. "My people have branded me a traitor." "And me?" "You've been labeled as a corruptor." She gave a small smile. "That means they think you seduced me." Jace raised an eyebrow. "Did I?" Vela smirked. "Maybe." They landed on a neutral trade moon to resupply Krell 7, a dusty gray station full of aliens, traders, and mercenaries. No questions. No loyalty, but eyes followed them everywhere. One merchant stepped close, whispering, "You look familiar. Human. With a Zarnik female?" Jace ignored him. They moved quickly through the market, but it was too late. A message spread. Across the comm system. "Royal defector spotted. Huge reward." "Dead or alive?" Vela grabbed Jace's hand. "We have to run." Blaster fire exploded near them. Jace pulled Vela behind a metal wall. "I'll hold them off." "No," she said. "We fight together." She pulled out a small device. A hidden energy blade sparked to life. Jace smiled. "You've been holding back." They charged into the smoke, Jace dodging and firing, Vela flipping over crates with speed and grace. Their movements cinced like a dance. Enemies surrounded them, but they fought back to back. "She's mine." One bounty hunter shouted. "No." Jace growled. "She's herself." He blasted the hunter in the chest. Vela's blade sliced through the final attacker's weapon. She stared him down. "Tell them," she said coldly. "We are not afraid." They escaped back to the ship, breathless. Jace collapsed in the pilot's seat. "That was close." Vela nodded. "Too close." She turned to him, eyes soft. "I was trained to follow orders, to marry a man I didn't love, to serve a system that never asked what I wanted." Jace looked at her gently. "And now?" She stepped closer. "Now, I choose you." He reached for her hand. "And I choose you." They didn't kiss. Not yet, but their hands locked. Warm, steady, real. As stars drifted past, Vela whispered, "Even if the galaxy hates us, I'd rather be hated together than worshipped apart." Jace smiled. "Then we'll make our own place. Somewhere. No one can touch us." But both of them knew this peace wouldn't last. Somewhere out there, her family still ruled. And Earth Command had just learned their soldier was missing. With an alien girl in his arms, she chose him. Now the galaxy must know HFY Sci-Fi story. Third person, simple English. Approximately 900 words. The stars above them were endless. Jace stood at the edge of the viewing deck, looking out at the black sea of space. Behind him, the hum of the ship's engine was soft, almost peaceful. But peace was a lie. They were being hunted. Again, Vela joined him, her silver-blue skin glowing faintly under the starlight. "They found us," she said quietly. Jace didn't turn. "How many?" "3 warships, Zarnik Royal Fleet." He sighed. "They're not giving up, are they?" "No, I broke their rules, and you became my truth." Jace finally turned to her. "Then let's show them that truth." They sat together in the command room. Jace activated the ship's main broadcast beacon. "What are you doing?" Vela asked. "If they want to watch, let's make them listen too." He opened a channel, a wide-band signal across nearby systems. It would reach not just the enemy fleet, but smugglers, traders, and maybe even Earth Command. A message that couldn't be silenced. JACE began. "My name is Jace Carter. I'm a human soldier. I was left for dead, and saved by someone your empires told you to fear." He looked at Vela. She nodded and continued. "My name is Vela of House Zarnik, born of royal blood, trained to obey. But I chose something different. I chose him." Jace added, "You called me dangerous. You called her a traitor. But we're not the problem. You are. Your fear, your rules, your pride." Vela's voice was calm, strong. "He didn't steal me. He didn't bind me. I gave my bond, willingly, not because of tradition, but because I saw him broken, human, and kind. Together, they sighed. We don't ask for permission anymore. We declare it. This bond is real, and the galaxy will know." Then Jace cut the signal. For a moment, only silence. Then their screens lit up. Incoming messages flooded the ship, some angry, some shocked, but many supportive. Aliens, traitors, rebels, even a few Zarnik civilians. Messages of hope, of love, of change. But before they could answer, the enemy ships arrived. 3 giants. In the void, the royal fleet. Vela's face went cold. "My brother is on the lead ship." Jace narrowed his eyes. "Then it's time." They stepped out of their ship in a neutral zone, an abandoned battle station floating in space. The perfect place for one final stand. Across from them stood Prince Keller, Vela's older brother, tall, proud, wrapped in dark ceremonial armor. "You shame us," he said. Vela stood tall. "You shame yourself. You serve law without love. I serve truth." He pointed at Jace. "He is beneath you." "No," she replied. "He lifted me." Keller raised his hand. His guards stepped forward. Jace and Vela prepared to fight, but something unexpected happened. The guards stopped. One by one, they dropped their weapons. Keller turned. "What are you doing?" One guard spoke. "We heard the broadcast. We saw their bond. It's real." Another nodded. "We fought for pride too long. Maybe it's time we fight for something better." Keller roared in anger. He charged forward, blade drawn. Jace met him head on. The two clashed, sparks flying from every strike. Keller was trained, strong, But Jace was faster, now stronger than he should be. The merge with Vela had changed him. Keller swung hard. Jace ducked and countered. One clean hit. The prince fell. He looked up, defeated. She was supposed to belong to Zarnik, not to you. Jace lowered his weapon. She doesn't belong to anyone. She's her own. Vela walked over, standing between them. This is not the end of my people. It's the beginning of a better one. Back on their ship, the fleet didn't fire. They didn't chase Dot instead. One ship after another turned and left. Vela and Jace stood alone again, but no longer hiding. Weeks passed. The message spread across systems. Human and Zarnik. Others too. Whispers became stories. Stories became hope. Vela was no longer a traitor. She was a symbol. And Jace, once forgotten in a wreck, was now the face of change. Together, they didn't just survive. They rewrote what it meant to belong. The end.